Welcome to Automate and Learn with Yogesh, where we will learn today about Amazon S3 Replication. So let's deep dive into it. Here I have my AWS console. All right. So first of all, we will learn what is AWS replication. So AWS replication is a feature that automatically copies objects from one S3 bucket to another S3 bucket in the same region or maybe in the different region for durability, compliance, and performance purpose. So here are the two replication regions, like types of replication. First one is the crossed region replication CRR, and the second one is the same region like SRR. Whenever you select two different regions, it's known as cross region replication. Whenever the replication happens in the same region, it is same region replication. So what are the uh, differentiation and why is it used? For CRR, it replicates object to bucket in a different AWS region, as we said. It's used for disaster recovery, some compliance purpose, and for same region, it basically replicates object within the same region. It's used for data aggregation, log processing, for some compliance purpose. So some of the key requirements are over here for enabling the replication. The versioning must be enabled in both source and destination buckets. That is, we need to have two buckets. First one bucket will be source, and the second bucket will be destination bucket, from which the data will be transferred from source to destination, right? So as we discussed, versioning must be enabled. Then we have this proper IAM role must be present with replication permissions. Okay. Then buckets must be owned by you or may have some proper access policies. There is one more thing, like bucket can be in different AWS account, so that is also possible. Cross region replication or specifying that buckets, so it must have proper IAM policies. Replication rules must be configured. So this we will learn in this practical. So what gets replicated, we need to know. New objects, whichever we create after creating a bucket, those new objects is replicated. Second is update to existing objects. Whatever existing objects are present, that also gets replicated. Objects, metadata, tags, access control list, these are also able to replicate. What things are not replicated by default? These are some existing objects, unless until you there is an option like batch replication. When you create the replication, it will ask for batch replication whether you want existing objects to replicate or not. So by this you can replicate, but by default it doesn't replicate existing objects, right? Then delete markers. You have options where we can delete the markers, like replicate the delete markers. Then some storage objects like glacier deep archive objects unless restored. So these options are not replicated by default. You have an option to select, but you can it's not replicated by default. Okay. So here I have already created a bucket which we have created in previous sessions, right? So this we will serve as source bucket, and we will create a different new bucket as well. So let me show you what are the properties inside it, like versioning is enabled or not. You must have a primary bucket which will act as a source. So here when you go to properties, you can see that my bucket versioning is already enabled. So the basic which I want, like prerequisites, it serves the purpose as a primary bucket, right? So now we will create a secondary bucket. So just click on create bucket. It will be general purpose, global name. We can give it as Yogesh dash demo dash v2 is fine. So v2 will be for like replicated outside destination bucket. ACLs by default disabled, lock public access. Bucket versioning I have to enable it. Remember that what I said, bucket versioning should be enabled in both the regions, sorry, both the buckets. And here I can select the region. So if I am selecting for same region, uh, SSR will be replicated, same region replication. If you have different regions, you can select a different region in like destination, so that will be cross region replication. Remember, cross region replication incurs a cost. So your cost would be more as compared to SRR, like single region replication, same region replication. So when you select cross or different regions, you may be built separately or we may be build more as compared to same region replication. Okay, so for my purpose I'm selecting the same region only. Here bucket versioning is enabled. All right, now I will create a bucket. So as you can see, my AWS region is same and I have two buckets over here, version 1 and version 2. Version 1 is my source bucket, version 2 is my destination bucket. So once we have created both the buckets, we have to go to management. Like we have to open our first bucket, bucket number 1. Then here we have management settings, like go to management. Then here we have replication rules. So you have to configure a replication rules for it. Unless until you won't create a replication rule, your bucket won't be active for replication. Okay, so here just click on create replication rule. So status must be enabled. You can enable or disable once. For our purpose, we will, when we are creating a creation rule, it must be enabled. Then we have source bucket, it's correct, Yogesh demo v1. We have source region, then we have choose a rule, rule scope. So here we can select. So as per the two options, like we have limit the scope of this rule using some filters. So if you have some prefix or tags created, like some filters, you can give this filter and based on it the objects will be replicated. So for my purpose I am selecting apply to all objects in this bucket. All right, so after it I will specify a bucket in the destination. So here we have two options, choose the bucket in this account if you have account like bucket created in the same account, or you can specify a bucket that is created in different account. So that is also doable. If you are specifying or creating a bucket in different account, you can specify account ID and bucket name which is present in the secondary account or second bucket. So for my purpose I have already created the two buckets in the same region and in the same account. So I am selecting this one, choose a bucket in the same account. Then from here I can browse my bucket. My bucket is this version 2. So I have selected this path. My destination bucket I have selected. And IAM role I have to create a new role. Okay. And then encryption, leave it as it is. If since I am not replicating with AWS KMS, for it's just for testing purpose. Or if you need in production, you can select this part checkbox. Then we have different storage classes. The different storage classes we will be learning in the next lecture, but storage classes differ to like storage latency and storage types. So if you want to select that, you can select this checkbox. For our purpose we don't need it. And now we have some additional replication settings, this I will tell you. So these settings are over here, right? So first option is replication time control, right? So as per Amazon SLA, the Amazon guarantees 99.99% of objects which are replicated within 15 minutes, right? And which comes with SLA like service level agreement plus monitoring using CloudWatch. You can monitor. So whenever you select the checkbox replication time control, it guarantees you that 99%, 99.99% of the objects will be replicated in 15 minutes. So it guaranteed you this. But it since when you enable RTC, it will incur some additional fees or additional cost. So do keep in mind that enabling this may charge you more, but if it's required in production environment, you can enable this RTC. Then second we have replication metrics. So replication metrics and notifications, like it sends the replication status to CloudWatch. It's basically used for tracking pending replications, failed replications, latency, and it's helped in monitoring your pipelines. Like if there is any delay in replication, what is the status? So by this you can get a log or notification from CloudWatch. Okay, so this is also possible. Replication and metrics. If you enable this checkbox, it will provide you those services. Then we have delete marker replication, the third one, this one. Okay, so delete marker replication, it basically replicates the delete operations only for version buckets. So when you delete an object, right, a delete marker is created, right? So this option enables delete is also replicated in your destination. So once you delete some file in say source bucket, so the same is replicated in the destination bucket. So if you want to do so, you can enable this delete marker replication over here. So for my purpose, I don't need this as of now. Then the second is a replica modification sync. So what it does, it sync changes made to replicated objects, that is object replicated to destination. You may modify metadata tags in destination. This object syncs changes back. So without this, what you can do, changes in destination are not tracked. You use it if its bidirectional consistency is required. Skip if one way replication is required. So most common case, what should you select for production practices? You should select replication metrics on. Delete marker replication, it may depends if you need backup use case or mirror use case. So you may select off or on based on it. And then we have RTC, only if strict SL is required. If you have strict downtime, whether the data must be reached within 15 minutes, it basically reaches me in within 1 to 2 minutes or in micro milliseconds only. But if they have for big files, they have SLA whether in 15 minutes the data will be reached over there. Then we have replica modification sign. It's usually off for production or most data engineering practices. So one more tip is over here. S3 replication is asynchronous by default. RTC makes it clear near real time with SLA. So most of the companies used cross region replication plus metrics and without RTC to save the cost. Okay. So we are over here in the screen. Let's stretch it over to left. So for our purpose, I don't need anything because I am just in the testing phase, not in production phase. You can select whatever is required as per your need. I am saving my bucket over here. I have to name a replication rule over here. This I forgot. I can name is anything like demo uh, for replication. Save this. So as I said, like it will ask you for replicating existing objects. So here you have options like if you have existing older objects that you want to replicate in the new bucket, that is destination bucket. So by this checkbox, if you want, you can select yes, replicate existing objects. If you don't want to replicate existing objects from source to destination, you can select no, and it's good to go. So for our purpose, we will selecting no. If you want existing objects, then you can go with yes. So I'm click submit over here. So as you can see, replication configuration is successfully updated. Let's go to our buckets. So here I have my two buckets over here. We have created replication rule. What we will try to do, we will try to upload a new file over here. Okay. So here I have created a sample text file. I am using this for replication and this is a text file. So I'll be uploading this text file in the S3 bucket. So here my bucket is open. I am uploading this file. Test post replication. This was my file. Open it and upload it. So once I have uploaded, I must be able to say this in the secondary bucket, right? So here is my bucket. So after some seconds, I guess 8 to 10 seconds, I am able to see this in my demo 2 bucket. So here you can see its timestamp is there, and when I hover to my first bucket, this was the file. Show the versions. So it's something 0m stty. So same, remember this version, same version will be available in the second bucket. So when I show this secondary bucket of show versions, so for this file I am able to see the same version ID which is present in the source bucket. So that is the file is replicated from source to destination. Again we will test on second. Now we will go to our properties of the first bucket. Here we have enabled bucket versioning. Go to management, go to our replication rule. So this is our replication rule. So once I am in the management menu, here we have replication rules. I will select the checkbox, my created replication rule, and I'm editing a rule. Now what I will do, I will enable delete marker replication. So whenever I delete a file, the same will be replicated. The delete marker will be replicated in the destination. So just enable this checkbox and click save. Okay. So I will go to my first bucket. Here, what I will do, I have created this test for port replication, right? This file. So I will delete this, confirm delete the objects, right? So successfully I have deleted this in the first bucket, that is source bucket. Now I will go to my secondary bucket. Here I will check with show versions. We have to refresh this. Here you can see that delete marker is now able to see. I am able to see the delete marker of this file. And when I select on show versions, it's not available like as I have deleted in the source bucket, but still the delete marker is available because we have enabled the menu or the settings in the management that replication rule that delete marker should be enabled. All right, so for this today we have learned about how to create a replication rule, how to do SSR, same region replication, cross region replication. If you have different regions, you can do cross region replication. Okay, so now we will close with a summary. Here we have RTC replication time control, that is 15 minutes with 99.99% SLA. Batch replication, that is existing file replication. Multi-destination replication, we can do so. Override ownership, destination bucket owner can own replicated objects, so that is also doable. Use cases mostly disaster recovery across regions, backup and archival strategies, compliance with data residency laws, and data sharing across AWS accounts. So this is the next is the most important pricing consideration. Data transfer cost, especially if you are using cross region replication, it will incur more cost as compared to same region replication. It will have put request on destination, more put request, RTC cost if enabled. So today we have learned about all about replication. So if you have any questions, queries, you can put me, you can mail me, or you can connect me in LinkedIn, or you can comment it in chat box in the below YouTube section. So if you like my video, stay tuned and subscribe my channel for more such videos will be upcoming in future. So stay connected. Thank you.